Take this opportunity for that initiative.
Under the umbrella of Kenyans for Kenya, close to 200 corporate organizations converged at the Serena Hotel for a luncheon without lunch. The campaign, spearheaded by the Kenya Red Cross Society, was aimed at addressing the drought ravaging northern Kenya. It was a day of fundraising characterized by patriotism, solidarity and empathy.
She needs our help to save her child, and so many other parents do out there. So I would like to appeal to everybody, please let's not get tired.
As a nation, we must find solutions. This country has the capacity. We were net food exporter, not only food self-sufficient a few years ago. There's nothing that can stop us from getting back to where we were if we get our acts together and get our acts right as a nation.
One after another, corporate leaders delivered checks, cash, pledges or donations in kind, pushing the amount raised to within striking distance of the $500 million shillings target.
When you put a resort center in Turkana, when you put a resort center in Isiolo, that really means that you are giving the private sector the infrastructure to open that area.
We've decided that for the next 2 to 3 years, 60% of our CSR budget will go into water services in Turkana.
We are raising this money to help alleviate the humanitarian crisis we have. We cannot raise for the transportation. If there is any aspect which government can help, should be to deploy the military vehicles, the National Youth Service, the police, to move the food and not Kenyans' resources.
These were the images that bolstered the appeal to help vulnerable members of society in northeastern Kenya.
I'm calling upon Kenya companies. If you are seriously doing business in Kenya, let's have your support for Kenya. Stand for Kenya.
This should be the launch of a new culture and a new way of thinking. And the new way of thinking is to say, if it is going to happen, it is up to me.
I also want to confirm that Samuel Nyango of Deloitte is going to ensure that accountability is brought to bear, because this is one of the concerns of people, that monies get raised and they don't get where they intended to raise. And therefore,
out of the Serena sitting alone, more than 301 million shillings was raised. Google Africa led the list of corporate donors, giving a staggering $1 million, an equivalent of 92 million shillings, to the kitty. Equity Bank pledged 20 million shillings, with the Kenya Airways and East African breweries donating 10 million each. The Standard Group's contribution from staff and management, including free airtime for the rest of the campaign, was about 10 million shillings. Over 137 million shillings has been raised by ordinary Kenyans through various mechanisms, among them Safaricom M-Pesa, KCB, Airtel Money, Nakumat, Ucash, Orange Money, bringing the total to about 490 million shillings.
But we will leave here just past the halfway mark, which means we still have the other half to run.
More than 4 million Kenyans are threatened by starvation in the region's worst drought in 60 years, with 14 lives, mostly children, succumbing to the harsh reality of the drought. 3 remote villages in Turkana are the most affected, leaving the residents desperate for assistance, with women and children bearing the brunt of the crisis. Most affected counties include Turkana, Marsabit, Wajir, Garissa and Mandera, with about 1,300 Somalis crossing into Kenya each day in search of food. The initiative hopes to raise a platform to harness the livelihoods of the vulnerable citizens losing their lives due to hunger, and establish long-term measures to ensure there is no repeat of such crisis. Eric Njoka, KTN Prime.